Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
Yo, what's good, beautiful people? Welcome back to First Cut Live. This is another weekly look at the movie news and all the goods. I'm here with the crew as always, starting off with the new most improved player, unstoppable, first team All-NBA power forward, Sabrina Ramirez in the house. What's up, girl?
Ooh, that was me. Okay, hello. How are you guys doing today?
Doing very well. Happy to have you here, Sabrina, as always. And also here on the second team All-NBA, missed a couple of games because of a torn meniscus, but he's back and he's in it. He's scoring all the points inside the paint. It's Mr. RB3 in the house with the new hairdo. What it do?
Yeah, it was good. You know what I mean? It's A24 season. You know what I mean?
It's A24.
A24 season. You dig? So, whole new season had to trim it up a little bit. I don't know how I feel about it personally. I feel like a lot of my personality's gone.
Yeah.
It looks good though.
You know what's interesting, man? I'm in a mood right now where, obviously, as you guys know, all I'm watching right now is like NBA shit. NBA podcasts,
you don't say.
YouTube shows.
What? Wait, you like basketball?
I do. Basketball is beautiful. But what I can say now is that, have you noticed that like everyone is like growing out their hair in the league?
Yeah,
like Kyrie's got a fro.
Yeah.
Joel's got a fro.
Yeah, that's part of why I'm like, dude, I got to get off the train. I feel like that's the new wave, and I got to hop off of it, you know?
Obviously, you know, I can't grow a fro, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, I should kind of let my hair down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can vibe with because I always like the super tight, you know, shaved look. You know.
I could see you with like a little bit longer hair.
Yeah.
I think you should go for it.
All the Latin dudes are doing it too, so I don't know. We'll see what I'll do. But obviously, guys, we're here with more important topics. Let's talk about our week and our weekend. Speaking of weekend, I saw y'all vibing out on the IG Live and on the IG. I don't know about the IG Live, but on the IG stories.
It was on IG Live for a couple times. Yeah, it was a couple IG Lives for sure.
There you go. I saw y'all vibing out, celebrating the A24 for RB3 Mamba year.
Yeah.
How was it, man? How was y'all's weekend, man?
I mean, it was fun. We went to karaoke. That was really, really cool. I don't know. I mean, that was just, I mean, it was crazy being at karaoke with all these guys. I mean, like Dorian. I never would have expected Dorian to sing the way he sounds.
He's a singer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a singer, bro. Like he's low singer, low key a singer.
Yeah.
You killed it.
No, I was gonna say shout out to Sabrina for advocating to get me on the karaoke list seriously, because they was not letting that DJ was like, no, we're not letting anybody else sing tonight. We have way too many people, and we're not gonna let it happen. And then Sabrina literally like fought for me like tooth and nail to get me up there, and it was dope. It was really dope. I had a dope time.
How did you do that, Sabrina?
I was just talking to the guy. I'm like, yo, this is my friend. It's his birthday. I haven't seen him in so long. We need to hear him sing tonight. Like, I know there's a lot of people on this list, but like, I'm going to work to try to get him on. And we didn't even have to wait that long, honestly. Like, he got him up there quick.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Have y'all tried like paying off like the karaoke guy? Have y'all ever done that?
We gave him like did you give him like a $5 or something? Like,
it was like a $5 tip.
Yeah,
yeah. Everybody always tips because that
Everyone
guy's like working. He's working his ass off right now.
You're like, yo, what's good, bro? Like, my homie needs something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was so many people.
This DJ was so funny because at the very end of the night, he was like, all right, who knows 90s hip hop? And everybody was like, what? And he just grabbed the mic and started rapping. He started tearing it up. Like, I'm like,
that's what I do.
I
want to do karaoke with you guys so I can do that. Because that's all I do with karaoke is just rap because I can't sing.
The second you're back in LA, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
It's not. I learned about karaoke. It's not even about the singing because I think I'm a terrible singer, but I think I put on a great show.
It's about the single.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. I put on a good show. I was jumping. I was like yelling. You know what I mean? Like
everybody was into it. There's a video and there's just like a whole table of like ladies in their 30s and they're just singing to RB3. They're just like they're locked into that performance.
Ladies in their 30s, man. That's what I'm looking for, y'all.
There was one that was kind of getting a little too handsy with me. I was like, yo, wow.
Oh, really?
And I mean,
there was one,
bro.
Yeah.
Yo, there's one that went up to Brandon and was like, yo, who's that? And he's like, oh, like, that's my girlfriend. And then she went up to me and she was like, do you know that guy? And I'm like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. Sorry. You're very pretty, though.
And then I'm not even gonna say it because I found out I actually knew that girl from somewhere else too. Like,
oh no way,
from another thing too. Yeah, but it's so messy. It's messy. But I loved going out, being with friends. You know what I mean? That really made the birthday really special. So thank y'all for, you know, Kate and Sabrina really planned that out. And you know, and Dorian came out too. And then the next day I actually went to another friend of mine's birthday party. Shout out to my boy out of Shola. He actually put on like a nice little thing too. So it was really nice. Everybody was everything's been really fun this weekend. So
I saw that you did a Juneteenth celebration too.
Oh yeah,
how was that, man?
Lamar Park, yeah, it was beautiful out there too. Yeah, on Saturday, right before karaoke, pretty much. Me and some friends, we went out to Lamar Park for their big like Juneteenth like celebration, and it's something they've been doing every year. I just hadn't gone until this year, and it landed on Saturday, so it was like perfect timing.
What a year to do it, right?
Right, and it, become the holiday and everything. So yeah, it was amazing experience, man. I can't even count like how many people was out there. It was literally entire blocks that they had, because Lamar Park is like it's like a neighborhood of various things, from like Crenshaw Boulevard to Martin Luther King, like pretty much like everywhere, like I don't know, I'm gonna put this in like USC terms, like everywhere south of USC, like past Exposition, but like before the Baldwin Hills movie theater. That's what Lamar Park is. Did I describe that okay, Sabrina? Did you get that?
Yeah, no, you did. For people that know about it, yeah.
Yeah, for people who are like in Nebraska, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
You don't.
But it's a pretty big area, but they shut down all of it, and they had like all these vendors and shops. Man, maybe I'll run up downstairs, but I got a really amazing shirt from a black creator. It was like 6 different stages of like performances and like all kinds of food. I had some vegan chicken and waffles. That was dope and crazy. And yeah, it was a beautiful experience. You don't really get to see experiences like that too much, especially in these days and ages. And getting to be outside and experience that was amazing.
I was gonna say, I think I saw that one. Was that the vegan or nah?
Yeah, vegan or nah,
and I voted nah every time.
Yeah, no, nah's the right answer, because I'm a nah, but That was a maybe.
You know, I'll go vegan eventually. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm like 34.
Good.
When I'm like 34, I'll be like, yo, I can't.
Good.
I feel too guilty about this now.
Nobody has to be vegan all the time. I was vegan for like 2 years and now I just eat vegan sometimes. It's just like kind of randomly, even just like cutting down like I don't like animal products anyways. Like I hate milk regardless. I like the last time I drank a glass of milk, I was maybe like 4 years old.
Yeah.
So it's not that hard for me to like cut. Yeah. It's
really.
It's
what about coffee?
Cow's milk?
You don't drink coffee?
I put almond milk or oat milk or something. And RB3 doesn't drink coffee.
I low-key do the same.
I mean, everybody
if I can,
milk. Yeah, if
I can, like currently, this is what I'm drinking now too. Like I do everything. At least my family does. Like on the low, I think I will go. Like I'm joking about it, but I'm like serious. Like I think I will go like full blown, dead ass vegan. Like in like 4 years.
Bro, nah,
you should do it for a
I can
month.
do it.
Ace, no. You don't do it. You're too healthy already. You don't do it.
I can do it.
You are, yeah.
You're gonna live to be 150 and you're just gonna outlive the rest of us. Like, how's that gonna feel? I
haven't worked out in a year, fam. So y'all can't say shit.
With the amount of water you drink and everything like that, like you just cleanse your system and you don't even need to work out. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to sweat it out. You drink
eventually
so much water,
I will.
you're hydrated.
Like on the low, I think I will. I always say that, like when I'm older, I'm going to turn into an athlete again. When I'm 40, when I have to, I'm going to go vegan. I'm going to be a triathlete because I always wanted to do that. Because I was a runner and a track star. Now I'm playing. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. No, but I was a runner, a swimmer, and a track star. But I always wanted to do a triathlon. And my brother, I've told you guys a million times, he's done like marathons and half marathons, and he's done triathlons. He did an Ironman, even though I told him he couldn't. I was like, bro, that's not possible. You can't.
He did it.
You can't do like 158 miles. It's not possible. If I can't do like 12, then you can't do 158. And he proved me wrong. He proved me he's better than me. So I have to prove that I'm better than him. Ironman is when you do a marathon. You do a full-blown marathon, you do 60 miles on the bike, and you do a 1 mile swim. Yeah, so it's a total of, I think it's like 148, 158 miles. Something like that. It's something like ridiculous. It's something like, well, you will die if you do it. Like most people can't do it.
I don't understand that. Like more.
I don't know how he did it.
So much respect for your brother for going for it.
Right,
how?
I barely finished a half, y'all.
Body
I did a half twice with Perry. Shout out to Perry.
Shout out.
I did it twice with her. Remember that RB3?
Yeah.
I did it twice with her. And I was like, I told Perry, it's like, she's like, oh, you did pretty well. And I'm like, I don't think I can walk for a week. Like I barely finished, y'all. And that was a half. So I don't know how y'all do this shit. But I'll get back into it eventually. I'll go vegan. I'll do all that jazz. Shout out to all my son's homies who do that already. A lot of people on the Suns team are full vegan, man. Jay Crowder, Chris Paul, Langston Galloway.
The guy come back to the Suns. It gotta come back.
No, it's no matter what. It's like, oh wait, vegan? Duh. You'll find the most random thing and somehow tie it in. It'll be like, oh, Baskin Robbins. Well, you know who likes Baskin Robbins? My favorite player.
No,
Listen, I'm very proud of the Suns.
See, here we go.
I am so disappointed in Ben Simmons. I cannot believe the performance that I saw.
Bro, I'm gonna pull a Britney here, or like a Britney fan. I'm gonna go leave Ben Simmons alone, man. Homie's had enough. Homie's getting eaten alive,
he
bro.
Needs to be eaten
I don't think I've ever seen
performance.
I've never seen someone get trolled.
I've never seen something like this.
I've never seen someone get trolled so hard in my entire life.
You don't know what Ben Simmons did.
Leave Ben Simmons alone.
Ben Simmons he was the rookie of the year when he first came into the league. He was seen as like the golden goose. He's
still a great passer.
He's a great passer. They showed a statistic on the sports networks last night. In the fourth quarter of these past 7 games of the most defining playoff series of his entire life, he has taken 3 shots in total. 3 shots. Not made 3 shots. He's only tried 3 shots. You can look it up. I mean, this is the most hilarious video I've ever seen. he had a wide open dunk right in
You seen the
front of him.
RDC video, the RDC World?
No, wait, which one? I gotta see it.
You know those guys? You know what I'm talking about?
Which ones? No.
It's a channel called RDC World. They do like NBA spoofs.
Yeah.
And they did one where he like passes him and he's like, dude, take the shot. And he's like, and he kicks it back out. And he's like, dude, take the shot. And he's like, and he passes it back out like every time. It's so funny.
Well,
but
now that I know who Ben Simmons is, he is very handsome. So I'm sorry that he's not doing good.
Yeah, he's like on the low key, like not gonna make it.
Yeah, this is terrible. It's really bad.
You'll go find him in China, Sabrina.
Well, no, it's a bad situation because he's he's worth a lot of money. He's a very high value player, but then at the same time, it's like he tanks so bad that nobody wants him. Like nobody's gonna want him. So.
No, I'm a stick up for him just because I do feel like, bro, like a lot of people. If y'all want to talk about basketball, that's cool with me. Basketball is like a very high demanding sport, and the guy is like mentally, you can tell he's just not there, and like that's not healthy. And like in a world where like we're talking about mental health awareness and all this shit, like homie needs all the therapy right now because he's getting like roasted. Like I've never seen
I would
like
not be able to
yeah, it's a lot. I don't know if I can handle that, bro.
Athletes are
but
paid
it's still
so much money.
So you have an entire fan base like want you dead. That's kind of harsh.
Well, who? Okay, like, I know I'm not
Philly
a sports
fans,
person, but like
Philly fans are wishing him death. Like I'm telling you, it's bad.
It's not that. Nothing is ever that serious. I don't understand when anybody decides, like, you know what, I'm gonna send this actor, this director, this.
Oh no, they told him to his face.
No,
it's bad.
Let me pull up the press clip because this press clip is the funniest press clip I think.
No, let's move on because Sabrina's out of this conversation.
I'm into it because I have a crush on him.
You don't.
The journalist came right up to Ben Simmons' face and was like, How many do you think this was your last minutes in Philadelphia? Like he was
my favorite.
Did you know you missed an open dunk? Can you just not shoot anymore?
No,
like,
my favorite.
The journalists are asking him.
No, the journalist was like, bro, you're 6'10", 240. Have you tried dunking? And I was like, bro, y'all are effed up, bro. No one deserves that. I don't care how much money you're getting paid. You do not deserve to be trolled that hard.
I could not handle it for 2 seconds.
Like he's getting death threats. He's getting like yelled at. He's getting stuff thrown at him. Like I don't think he deserves it.
The second somebody criticizes me in the slightest, it'll be like something else. I'm just like, damn, like that hurts. I cannot imagine having genuine that amount of people. But again, money, he's getting paid.
But I don't think that's I don't think that's a lot of people always bring that. People always bring that up on Twitter. Oh, he's getting paid. He deserves, bro.
Not that he deserves it, but it's a nice little cushion.
Death threats because you're getting paid for it.
So I have gotten like really bad messages in the past and I don't make any money, and I was like reviewing a movie. The cushion, the little,
I agree with
like
that.
it's like the cushion of like having some money makes it a little bit easier, but also that shouldn't be happening.
But I also feel like when it comes to basketball is a different sport because basketball is a mental sport as much as it is a physical one. Like again, the Last Dance, RB3, like we can go on and on about it, but Michael Jordan always talked about like this is a mental game. Like if you feel the slightest bit of like hesitation in your brain, you will feel worthless. Like you will feel that kind of weight of like, I don't deserve to live. Like you will feel that real quick. So that's why I'm like, bro, I'm not with it when it comes to like being that hard on the trolling. You could still be like, yo man, take a shot. Like, don't be afraid. Like the Philly fan, did you see that video, bro? Of the Philly fan in the crowd who's like cheered him on the free throw line where he's like, you got this, man. You got that shot. Take that shot, boy. Let's go. And he's like cheering him on as if he's like a kid at like a soccer game. I was like, bro,
that's what he needs.
That is too funny, bro. That is too funny.
Philly
Shout out to Ben Simmons, bro. Go find him on the COD and on the PUBG or whatever the game he plays. He's on Twitch
or DM Sabrina
right now.
But listen,
DM Brandon.
In all honesty, though, I read, I talked about this before, but I read Andre Iguodala's The Sixth Man book, and he talks about his experience being in Philly and how that's like the most insane like fan base like in the entire world.
Philly's evil.
How the Sixers would literally be winning games and the crowd would start booing them. Yeah, and I don't know. To me, that's
they're mean.
Yeah. I want to. That to me was such a compelling passage. I almost
Get him out
want
of
to
Philly.
put that in a movie. Like, wouldn't that be such a cool movie to like a movie scene to like?
I think this season's a movie, man. I already told you, bro. This season's a movie. I think it's awesome. Shout out to the ATL. Shout out to Atlanta. Taking that victory, Atlanta Hawks all the way. I love seeing Quavo in the locker room dancing, bro. That shit killed me. That shit.
Is that the one with the mascot, or am I thinking of the wrong sport? The orange mascot. Is that not Philly?
Nah.
Okay.
But anyway, shout out to that locker room video. I thought that was cool.
Let's get back to the movies.
Anyway, I feel like this season's a movie. Shout out to the Final Four. 3 of the Final 4 head coaches are black coaches. That's
hockey
team. Yeah,
that's hockey. Okay. Anyways, that's my input for the day. When it comes to sports.
Shout out to the 3 head coaches out of the 4 black head coaches. There's a team. I already said this last week, and no one paid attention to me. I'm gonna say it again. Basketball is a beautiful sport, 85% black. There are 3 black head coaches in the Final Four. One of them is obviously Phoenix Suns. Shout out to Monty. But anyways, I think that's a very significant thing right now. What's happening in the NBA is that there's new stars, new blood, new fandom, teams that have always been looked at and put to the side, and now they're getting their chance to shine. I love it. But now we're going back to the movies, talking about a movie that has just come out this weekend. At least I think it did. Did y'all see Luca? Talk about Luca Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Not playing. Luca the movie. Disney Plus is coming out. Sabrina.
Yes.
Tell us about Luca Guadagnino, his new movie for Disney Plus, or Luca para Niños. Get it? 4 kids, para niños. Never mind. No one's gonna get that unless you speak Spanish. Either way, Sabrina, you have seen this movie. RB3 and I refuse to. So tell us about.
I didn't refuse to. I meant to.
I'm just playing. I just got here. So tell us about this movie, because we definitely want to kick things off right with this new free to stream Disney Plus movie.
Yeah, it's very interesting because like after checking out the film, I do understand the release of it. So of course I'm going to kind of talk about it, but not really get into any spoilers. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I would highly recommend, I'm going to say this off the top, I would highly recommend everybody check this out. It's like an hour, 35 minutes, something. It breezes by. The animation is absolutely stunning. And the story is really cute. Like, I'm very, very happy that this doesn't have that $30 price tag, because typically, of course, like when we think of Pixar films, especially when it comes to like Coco or Soul or something like that, it's like huge, looking into your own life, like epic, ridiculous, existential. And I don't know, I feel like this one is definitely not that at all. I would honestly put it on par with like a Miyazaki film. Like, I would say it's like something like that. It's like this slice of life. It's just very, very enjoyable. It's an interesting story. I do think kids are going to absolutely love it. And then adults might, if you're kind of interested in this, because it doesn't have that like, ooh, this is huge. Like when you look at the concept of it, which obviously it's about a sea monster and he wants to visit a town and go on land. And like, they hunt sea monsters in this town because they see them in the ocean and things like that. It doesn't even dive into any of these. Like, it doesn't do this whole like identity thing too much. It's like more like hijinks and genuine fun. And I honestly think just a really good movie for summer. I would have loved to see it in a theater. But since it is free on Disney Plus, 100%, I would say you're not losing anything if you already have a subscription. Check it out. It's very, very, very enjoyable. And I also saw a headline.
Oh, cool.
I saw a headline that said calamari by your name, and I was like, no, that's ridiculous.
I like mine better. Luca para niños.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. Is it like 13th year? It sounds like 13th year. Have y'all seen that? Disney?
It's literally, okay, that's so funny. So that guy's a human, and then he becomes a mermaid. This is the opposite. So this guy's a sea monster, and he wants to be on land. So think of obviously
he
like
wants to be
Ariel. We have the whole like fish out of water. Yeah, it's similar in that way. That's the only thing. But his kind of like transition into being a human is much easier than Ariel's. There's not like, even the villain in this isn't really that scary. It's just a guy. Like, it's just a douchebag.
Does it skew pretty young then? Is that kind of what it's aiming at? Like a maybe 8-year-old 7-year-old
Yeah, I mean,
audience?
it doesn't have a lot of those like deep things that you really need to like
Like
look
a
into and
Pixar?
that would go over kids' heads. This is
not like
genuinely just
Soul.
a simple, no, not like Soul, not like Inside Out, not like Coco, none of those types of things. It's just simple. Even the idea of like identity and stuff like that isn't really mentioned, but it's not in a bad way. That's not a detriment to the story. I think the story is just that kind of slice of life, transitioning out into a whole new world and like seeing something that is so new and fresh and scary and like wanting to learn more about your entire environment. I just think as like a kid, that's something that would be really, really enjoyable. I know I would have absolutely loved this, but I still had a really good time. And like I said, I would recommend it.
I have lots of nieces and nephews, specifically nieces. I think I've told you guys this. Like 7, I think.
Damn.
Would they be cool with it? Would they vibe
Yes.
with it? Yeah.
I think kids would genuinely love this. It's not going to go over their heads. The
Is there
animation
music?
is beautiful. No, there's no music, but the voice acting, it's Jacob Tremblay, Jack Dylan Grazer, like a lot of really, really high profile talents like Maya Rudolph, people like that. And they lend their voices to these characters so beautifully. And also it doesn't really like take you out to recognize the voices if you do. I loved it. And there's a character, because there's a girl that they meet once they do go to the town. Her dad, I just loved her dad. I don't know why, he kind of reminded me of my dad. So it was just like one of those things.
How does this compare to, I don't like comparing movies, but why not? Yeah. Let's do it. To the Netflix kids movie that came out.
Mitchell's versus the Machines.
I was going to say Mitchell's and the Millers, or the Millers meet the Machines.
We're
the Millers versus the Machines.
I think
did you see that one?
I did see that one. I think they're two very different films. I think, yeah, Mitchell's and Machines definitely has a lot more meat on it and a lot of stuff to kind of sink into. Whereas this one is genuinely just very, very simple and very pleasant. Like you're not, like I kind of said, you're not diving into all these different ideas about like youth and growing up. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. And honestly, just a really good hour and a half. It kind of just like transports you to being in this little town in Italy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
I definitely I definitely am really excited for it too. Like I love the director of it. He actually directed the short film La Luna that came out in 2011. It's actually one of my favorite Pixar shorts. And as y'all know, I'm a big Pixar head. Usually when Pixar movies come out, like on my birthday, I'm like all for it.
I'm surprised you didn't see this one.
Yeah, I mean, I would have seen it if it was in theaters, though, if I'm being real. Like, I don't know, part of it, like, just going straight to Disney Plus is, like, kind of weird to me. I didn't see Mitchell and the Machines, but I know people are talking about, and I didn't see that one yet either, but I know people are talking about that being, like, a front runner for, like, Best Animated Feature. Do you think, like, Luca, like, even has a shot, or, like...
It's hard because I really, really did love Mitchell versus the Machines, and I feel like with this kind of release on Disney Plus, I feel like this is going to be one of those films that, unfortunately, due to the fact that it is more of a simple story, people are talking about it now, people are saying their thoughts, but I kind of think it will fade away by the time we get to the Oscar season, unfortunately. Whereas Mitchell's versus the Machines, I watched right when it dropped, and that was like a minute ago, and I still love it, and I'm still recommending it to everybody. Luca is the same thing where I'm like, if you have Disney Plus, definitely check it out, but you don't have to get Disney Plus or anything like that because it's not that special, even though I really love it. Like, I know that sounds bad. It's not like bad to say it's not like this crazy special thing. It's a beautiful look at like friendship. And like I said, going out into a whole world that you don't understand. Like there's a really, really interesting scene where he's like learning about like the stars and the universe and things like that. And for somebody who doesn't know that kind of stuff, it would be crazy. So a lot of really like cute moments and like hijinks, but nothing existential, nothing too over the top. That's why I think it genuinely is so perfect for kids, which is why the Disney Plus release makes a lot of sense. You know, you don't have to take your whole family out to go to the theaters, even though I would have loved to see it in a theater as well. You could just pay that Disney Plus rental and it's free on there.
Yeah, I'm curious because there's so many different types of kids movies, animated movies nowadays. I feel like Mitchell's and the Machines, Mitchell's versus the Machines, I apologize, is definitely an interesting one because it definitely skews a little older when it comes to kind of the way people identify with it. It's a little heavy-handed with the, identifying with the very specific artsy kid in your family kind of moment, which I take personal preference to, or like, I don't know, personal interest in, because that was me. I was like, damn, they really got me, huh? When it comes to the whole storyline of that girl and wanting to leave for college and all that, and her parents, and I was like, y'all got me. This is me. Straight up start singing the song. But anyways, I felt like that was kind of what the charm was of Mitchell's versus the Machines, as well as kind of the quirkiness of it too. A very quirky movie. If you've seen it, you know what I mean when it comes to the kind of jokes they're putting in there. Yeah, it's interesting because I don't know what other high anticipation. I mean, obviously, we haven't gotten to the preview of the year. I don't know how Space Jam is going to count, or if it would count. I don't think it will.
No, it wouldn't be an animated film. But I did want to say one more thing before we leave Luca completely. I saw William Bibbiani tweet about the amount of Vespa product placements that were present in the picture. Is that something that was a concern, or?
So without like spoiling anything too much, I didn't see the trailer, so I don't know how much they include. But like, that's what I'm saying. The premise of this is so simple. Like Mitchell's versus the Machine, since Andres brought it up, obviously that's like end of the world type of stuff. This is like these kids want a Vespa because they think that if they get a Vespa, that they're free and they're going to explore the world. So like, I wouldn't even say it's like, it's not like, oh, go hand me a Coke. It's actually like an integral part of the story, and it just so happens to be a Vespa. It's very, very funny. It's like a very cute little quirky. Yeah, it's like a mixture of both, but it's definitely a part of the story. It's actually
it's like when Spielberg did it with the M&Ms, right? With an E.T. That's what that was. Yeah.
Oh, was that what it is?
The Reese's Pieces.
Wasn't it Skittles?
Whatever it was a bunch of ones in E.T.
I'm just making stuff up now. I don't know, bro.
I don't know which one it is.
I think there's literally like 100 product placements in ET, so I should shut up.
Shout out to
it's
Corona.
It's funny because it being animated, I didn't like automatically like think like, ooh, product placement. It didn't take me out. I was just like, these kids don't know anything, and they see a Vespa and they're like, we gotta get it, and we could.
I don't know though, because. Yeah, I feel like a Vespa might be different, but when it comes to like other stuff, I feel like that's very purposeful. If like a plot-centric story revolves around a product and it is a kid's movie, it is very much on purpose. Because then kids are going to be like, Mommy, I want, I don't know, McDonald's or whatever the hell the product is.
Maybe because it's something so simple that like kids can get their own version of like little Vespas, you know, with all these like scooters and things like that they have. It's like something that they could kind of relate to, because you ride a bike, you do any of that. They do all that type of activity in this film. Like they ride bikes, and that's why they want the Vespa, because they think they can go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Still, Vespas are not cheap, y'all.
I don't know. I just Googled Vespa. There's a kid's one for $200. That's a lot of money. But
that's not cheap.
No, that's a lot of money. But I'm saying it's not like
thousands.
You don't need to be Jeff Bezos to get it.
Sure. But still,
Bezos.
You know, if my kid was like, "Yo, I want a $200 Vespa," I'm like, "Nah, fam. You're gonna get a basketball
for Christmas.
You're gonna learn to dunk." Even though you're my kid.
No, I would never push my kids towards the NBA. But I would say though, like I will say like I think in kids animation I don't really see it too much. In adult animation I see it all the time, and I think it's really shameless. I wonder how the animators feel like animating product placement, particularly. I'm gonna call out Rick and Morty. They need to stop it. They need to stop that show like completely. I mean, come on, y'all. It's gone on.
I stopped watching that, to be honest.
It's gone on for too long.
I don't know what. I've never seen it.
I don't know. I'm just kind of hating, but yeah, I mean, they turned the whole Wendy's into some Rick and Morty stuff, and yeah, we need to cut it out, man. Cut it out. We're done. We're
too
done.
much, man. Too much capitalism in my shit.
I waited too long. I got too many millions of dollars. You can't go on Twitter and declare it Global Rick and Morty Day and just think I'm gonna be okay with it. Like, especially not on Juneteenth weekend. Come on, y'all.
Come on.
And by the way, Sweet Caroline banned. We're banning it.
Is that a karaoke?
Yeah.
Bro.
We're banning Sweet Caroline.
Bro, anytime someone's at karaoke, you gotta sing that song, man. But if you do sing it, you gotta dedicate it. Like, bro, I like thought about it one time. I was like, bro, I don't know if I would ever sing that, but if I do, I would definitely be like, y'all, this goes all to all the white people out there.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's their anthem.
The whitest song ever.
I was literally in the bathroom at that time and it started and I could hear the roar of people in the crowd that were singing along to it. I was just like, holy. And then I came out midway. It was.
What's the best like karaoke song y'all heard or y'all have heard? How about that?
Honestly, I'm not even like trying to like.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
No,
okay.
RB3's FU was really good because by CeeLo Green because everybody knows the words to that song. It was a hit, but it's still a bop. Like it's aged very, very well in terms of like, you know, the groove.
The bridge is dope. The baby, why you gotta hurt me so bad.
So bad. Hey, I'll tell you what, Kay said we need to see that video. Hey, if we maybe today, if we hit like $50 on Streamlabs today. Firstcut.live. If we hit $50, I'll play the video at the end. I'll play the full video.
I got a few videos, guys. I'm sending them to RB3 right now. So
yeah. I got
you
the
have
full
a video of the whole performance.
What did you say?
I got the full clip. Got the full 5 minutes.
What
did you say?
I didn't get to because by the time we got there, it was already like midnight. We went to a bar first. And so that's why the list was full. So I just wanted to get RB3 to sing because like since it was his birthday. So I didn't even try to get myself. But I usually, whenever I go there, I do like Criminal by Fiona Apple or You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette. And it's so fun because it's not like a stage or anything. Like you're just standing there and everyone's crowded around you like a little house show. It's like the energy is through the roof. People are hyping up every single person that sings. Like you don't have to be good. You just have to put on a show. Oh, for sure. It is so fun.
Yeah, karaoke is fun, man. I've done it a few times. Not too many times, but it's always fun. Anyway, guy. Oh, what up?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Just real quick. I could have swore I thought there was somebody who looked like Spike Jonze in there too. I don't know if that was him. Did you see him, Sabrina? I don't know. Maybe I was just.
No.
There's a guy in the corner. You should have
pointed it out.
Maybe I should have, but I didn't want to be weird. But he looked like dead on like Spike Jonze with the mustache and everything. But I didn't want to be weird. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, y'all. Let's move on to the rest of the stories today, which is our preview of the rest of the year. This is something that was started off by our very own Sabrina. Sabrina said, hey, we got to talk about these movies that are coming out. We already talked about In the Heights a little bit last week, so we won't get into that. But now, what is coming up this year? It looks like the next big drop is a movie that I am not sure I care about, y'all. And that is Fast 9. Fast 9 is the next big movie coming out. I said it in the episode, in the Fast and Furious episode, but I think I might be over these movies unless I'm supporting a couple homies in the cast. That's kind of it. But the story, the plot, I'm so out of the loop and so kind of out of it that I'm just kind of over it. But let's test the waters with you guys. Are you guys hyped for Fast 9? Or have you guys seen Fast 9?
I mean, I haven't seen it.
I have my tickets to go see it.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I was supposed to go see it last week, actually, last Thursday, but it was at the same time as our birthday stream for RB3, so I didn't go to that.
Oh, my bad.
So it's RB3.
No, it's all good. Yeah, so it's all your fault, RB3. But I'm gonna go see it, I believe, this Thursday. So I'm going opening night. I did get tickets. I'm actually really excited. I just want to have like a fun popcorn movie, and I know that's exactly what this is. Like these films know what they are. This is gonna be ridiculous. So I'm in.
Yeah, I feel like there's a way to do it, and obviously there's been good examples, bad examples, but I don't know. There is always a fine line between turn your brain off popcorn movie and then turn your brain off and your head explodes because you have a headache because it's so poorly edited and poorly written. Shout out to you, Transformers and Suicide Squad, where it starts to become so silly and ridiculous and kind of incoherent that it just kind of hurts your head. Hopefully that's not Fast 9, but we'll definitely see. How about you, RB3? How hype are you for this movie?
I mean, I'm pretty hyped for it. I love Fast and Furious. Like I said, Justin Lin returning to the franchise. I don't know what I don't know what the plans are. I know I heard some whispers of the directions they're planning on taking this, and I thought they were jokes. I thought they were memes, but some of these things are looking like they might be coming to fruition. So I'm a little, I don't know. I'm both a little like excited, but I'm also like extremely curious and hesitant, to be honest, because I don't know, like if you jump the shark too much, I'm probably
then there's going to be
you know what I mean. So
that's what I'm saying. But yeah, we'll definitely see. I want to hear everyone in the chat right now who is still here hearing us. There's 25 of y'all right now. Give me a yeah or nah for Fast 9.
Hit that like button while you at it.
Hit that like button while you at it. But yeah or nah, thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you lit for Fast 9? Are you excited for Fast 9? Let me know in the chat right now. I feel like that's the next big one for sure. Let me look at the schedule you made for us, Sabrina. At the list you made for us. My bad. What the hell is Zola?
Zola.
Can I explain this one?
Yes.
Or
is this the stripper movie?
Maybe you should, Sabrina. I don't know.
No, you got it.
Is it the stripper movie?
Yes, it's a stripper movie based on
this is the Twitter, right?
Twitter thread. I remember seeing this Twitter thread play out in real time. Like literally, I remember on Twitter, watching this play out.
I was like updating.
And this is easily one of my most anticipated movies. I'm most excited about. It's about. I mean, I don't know. Sabrina, you might be able to describe the story more articulately, but.
Yeah, I got you. So it's about like a woman. She meets another woman. Both of them are strippers. So she's like, yo, this one place, like, come with me. We make a lot of money just in one weekend. We'll come back up. That happens a lot, like, go into different cities and things like that. And it just all hell breaks loose. It is ridiculous. Cousin Greg from Succession's in this freaking movie. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer, but he looks hilarious. I'm just really, really looking forward to this one. I really love Riley Keough as an actress as well. She was great in Under the Silver Lake and The Lodge. So I love her taking like these kinds of roles that are just some like weird, out there, insane, like independent films. This is one of my most anticipated of the year. I've been waiting for this since they announced it.
I was going to ask, are you more excited for this over like a Fast 9?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Like Good. If I had to choose between the two, of course I'm going to pick Zola. But since I don't have to, I'm excited for both.
Is this A24?
One.
Yeah. And that's A24. And that's what makes me most excited about this too, because this was really A24 wheelhouse, like before they got like super popular and Best Picture level. Like they really started out with Spring Breakers and with Palo Alto and like those real like cutting edge, like, new generation movies. And I think this is definitely going to be one of those too. So.
Very much so, yeah. I saw the trailer for this. I know exactly what it is. I just forgot the title. Definitely interested in that. And then the next one that is coming out is in July. And I think this is July 9th, right, Sabrina? And that is the most anticipated, at least for now, when it comes to summer movies, at least for me. And that is Black Widow, the next big MCU movie, the next MCU movie in general that we've seen for quite a minute. Black Widow has been in the making for a long time, for sure. It's even a prequel movie, which is kind of insane. But I am all the way hyped for this movie. Count me in. I cannot wait for Florence Pugh. I cannot wait for Rachel Weisz. I cannot wait for all this cast. I love the idea of it. I cannot wait for Taskmaster. Woo, Taskmaster. Man, I've been waiting for him for a minute, bro. I've been talking about Taskmaster for a minute. I think he's a cool character from the comics, if anyone knows who that is. I think he looks sick in the trailers. I can't wait, man. I love the trailers that I'm seeing for this. I'm loving the hype for it. I'm going to see this in the theater. Tell me, you guys, are you guys excited for Black Widow? Let's start with you, Sabrina.
It's fine. I'm going to go see it.
Y'all are like, oh, Fast 9, flying cars, and
I am excited
a guy
to see
who
this.
like does.
I just don't think
like Black Widow.
I said it like last week. It doesn't hit as hard for me anymore. Like if this was when it was supposed to be initially released, I think I was really hyped for it. RB3 and I did a most anticipated at the end of 2019, and we talked about Black Widow, but that was so damn long ago, and we're so far away from Endgame, and this movie should have happened a long time ago.
But it's a
so I feel like the emotional weight of it following Endgame pretty closely just would have hit a lot harder, because like we just came off of her sacrifice in that film. And now it's just been a minute. And then on reflection and on sitting on this film, I'm like, why didn't this film happen 6 years ago? Why are we having to wait for this story? Yeah, but that's bullshit. So like, that's what it gets me so frustrated, because this film isn't going to really matter, because in present time, she's not alive. She made that sacrifice. So like, how far can you possibly go with this film? That's the thing. Like, I just have a very cynical type of like mind with like the studio.
What about Loki? Loki's dead.
Yeah, but like he's died how many times?
Yeah,
he's like it's different.
How is it different? He's dead.
And
this is like a different version of him. Like, it has no stake in the future of Marvel.
Okay, but
when it comes to Loki.
But why is Black Widow really dead then? Like, why does she have to really die? Like, why is that like the?
It should have been Hawkeye. It should have been Hawkeye.
Yeah, but it wasn't though. I don't know. I feel like this is a cool chance to like introduce like the spy program that is the Black Widow program and talk about that side.
5 years ago. Now it's who cares now? Because what are they going to be part of the Avengers or something? Like, is Florence Pugh?
I think so.
Possibly. Yeah. Like, then it could be something a little bit more interesting. Yeah. But also, I don't want Florence Pugh to be like so contractually obligated to be in like Avengers films in the future. Maybe like a few here and there. But like,
that's what it'll be. A few here and there.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be overboard for sure, because it's not like she's like, I don't know, like a flying alien or some shit. I don't know. I'm excited. I love to see new characters inside the MCU, especially ones that don't have flying alien powers. I think that's a little bit more refreshing to see. Yeah. So I just like it because of that, because it is not flying alien race who just wants to explode planets. Like, I'm kind of over that. I love that it's just a Russian spy movie. Like, okay, cool. That sounds fun, honestly.
Well, we've gotten so many of those. Like Red Sparrow, all these different ones over the last few years. What makes like, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like you could say that about like any James Bond movie too. That's also like, Bond kind of inspired that entire thing. And that was like back in the 70s.
I think people are pretty tired of Bond too though. Like,
yeah,
you know? I'm not. I love Bond. I can't wait for the new Bond movie to come out. That's like one of my most anticipated for sure. I think you can just never go wrong with that formula. I just think it's a fun, cool, you know, way to introduce characters and introduce different styles of.
I hope I love it.
Heroes. Yeah, I'm excited.
I do.
I don't know why I feel like I'm the only one pulling for it.
I'm not hating on it, but I'm excited for it, but I'm not like over the moon excited for it. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it more because I like what Marvel TV's been doing for me, and like that's been getting my pickle a little back into the Marvel game a little bit. So I don't know. That was not a good analogy.
I was gonna say, yo, what is Marvel doing to your pickle, man?
I don't know, man.
Yo, what's going on?
I don't know.
Just a little. I think Marvel,
stuck, man. It's up and it's stuck.
He's a shill.
Yeah, man. Yo, you know, when Marvel starts paying the checks.
I can honestly say, bro. I'm more hyped for like Black Widow than I was for like a Loki show.
Well, I don't agree with you on that. And
the Falcon and Winter Soldier too.
Well, was it hyped for any of the shows except for WandaVision?
WandaVision, I was always on board with, yeah. I love WandaVision.
And the reason why I wasn't that hyped for Falcon and the Winter Soldier is because I never liked Bucky that much.
No.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I said when everyone was like, "Oh, the Winter Soldier," and I'm like, "Bro, I don't care about Bucky, bro.
I like
damn about Bucky.
I like Bucky, and I actually do like the side of the Marvel universe that's not the galactic, like end of the world stuff.
That's exactly what I just said.
I do. I mean, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. I
just said it's cool that it's not crazy aliens
but I mean, yeah, of course. I do agree with that. I do think they're gonna find a way to like put $100 million of CGI on screen for no reason. Like
I also agree with you on that. I feel like if they were gonna do this movie, at least scale it down, and by the trailers it doesn't look like they did. It still looks like they spent like $300 million on like elaborate CGI like explosions and crap, and I'm like, all right, y'all, it would have been cool to have like a, I don't know, like a 80 million, 60 million decent spy film, and not like buildings falling on top of each other. I feel like that's kind of, Marvel always has to do that BS. And I'm kind of over it, if I'm being honest. I think it would have been a little bit refreshing to see something different.
I do think though, what I find to be most interesting about this movie is two things. For one, from at least people who I've heard who've seen it and like who have said like they have not like loved it as much. The reasons why they said they haven't loved it is because they say it's like lacking like the Marvel humor. And to me, like, I eat that up. I love it. I love it when people say that. I'm like, yo, give me a Marvel movie without a joke. I don't want to see any more stand up.
Jesus Christ.
Spider-Man doing stand up on Titan anymore. I'm done with that. Give me.
Love Far From Home, Andres.
Oh yeah,
well, Far From Home is amazing. Yeah,
and he's telling jokes every 5 seconds.
Every 5 seconds.
Yeah, but Far From Home is, again, y'all look at Far From Home as if it's like an Oscar movie. I look at Far From Home like a Disney Channel original movie that I love.
It is.
Like I look at it like Smart House. Like I think it's awesome. Like I love Smart House.
Fire.
That's what I'm saying. Like why can't Far From Home be Smart House? Like I'm not comparing it to like freaking, you know,
I couldn't believe it.
Oscar movies and like Get Out and shit.
I wanted to walk out of the theater when that bus scene happened, and he had the little Spider-Man drone. He had the Spider-Man drone. He stopped the kid from who was spying on his girlfriend. I wanted to walk out of the theater. I was like, I'm dead. I felt dead inside when I saw that scene.
Why?
That's how I felt. I couldn't believe I was seeing this as an adult in a Spider-Man.
It's not an adult movie though.
This can't be real.
Like, bro, we need to stop, bro. Like, people need to realize, like, we're not the demographic, y'all. Like, let it go. Like, this is not for.
Spider-Man's my favorite character. Spider-Man's my favorite character. You can't treat him like he's 7 years old.
It's supposed to be funny, and it's supposed to be for like. Who cares?
I'm hating on Tom Holland. I'm just hating on Tom Holland, but I don't know if his. I just hate Tom.
I
don't know. It's just him. I don't know if it's just if it would have been any other Marvel movie. But I mean, for Black Widow though, like I look forward to seeing a Marvel movie without humor. Also, listen, I got a crazy theory. It's not the most original theory. I've heard it somewhere else, but I love the theory that says, this is a prequel because this takes place before Infinity War, right? Like this is,
but like it's your theory, right? This isn't something you read off like.
No, this is no
YouTube. Okay.
Well, no, this is this is something I definitely saw on YouTube. So I'm reciting something I saw on YouTube. So
do they know? Because I don't want to hear.
No, from months ago, from 2019.
Okay.
Not from people I actually know. No, if I know people who saw the movie, no, I wouldn't ever ask.
RB3 tells us every single detail about the movie. Bro. This is my theory, and it all comes true.
I would never. I would never. That's. Honestly, Far From Home, Kate, I love Kate to death. He spoiled Far From Home for me, so that might be a little bit of why I don't like it too. But I personally think I love the theory that says like Florence Pugh, like she's blonde, and you know how before in Infinity War we see Black Widow, she comes back blonde. That secretly the whole time that Infinity War and Endgame. Black Widow was really Florence Pugh in disguise, and when she dies, we get the real Black Widow back at the end. So they're bringing Scarlett Johansson back as Black Widow. I mean, maybe. I mean, that's the theory. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't like that at all.
No,
I hate that.
They got
that's
the
face.
What a cheap move.
Hey,
that's horrible. That if that happened, I straight up. I would never forgive that movie. No. It's, like Marvel already has such a huge problem with stakes.
If she comes back and she's Asian though, then I'm like,
that's it. They ain't around there.
She's the Asian Black Widow. She's from China.
That's it. Still played by Scarlett.
International spy Scarlett. International Chinese spy Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
From the Black Widow program in China.
That would be atrocious. I would literally hate everything.
I would hate
they
it.
bring
Yeah.
as much as I like. Again, the sweet spot was making this movie 5 years ago. Heck yes, the sacrifice would even hit so much harder.
Oh, yeah.
This following Endgame, okay, that's fine. It's been enough time now where I don't know. It's just like, it just feels cheap now. It's like, here, you wanted your girl superhero film? Well, have it. It's like, she's dead. There's nothing to go off of. And then if they bring her back, oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I think they got to bring her back. Where else are they going to go? Where are they going to go?
I disagree 100%. Pass the baton, bro. Florence Pugh's right there. She's literally one of the best actresses working in Hollywood today.
She was there the whole time. You didn't realize.
She got Oscar nominated for the movie that came out last year, Little Women. Like, bro, like Florence Pugh can carry anything. Let her just carry the damn baton for Black Widow. Let it go, ScarJo. Like, my God, bro, you got Colin Jost. Like, let it go. Anyway, guys, we got to move on because we have like 30 movies on this list.
We don't have to go through every single one. I just highlighted.
I do have to say with all my heart, though, even though I feel a little bit better after we took him out. And I mean, we took his ass out. Space Jam: New Legacy.
Wow.
I'm excited.
Disrespect. Unbelievable.
Now that the Suns killed LeBron, now I'm playing. Now that the Suns eliminated LeBron James, I feel like I'm back on the LeBron train, bro. Bring me Space Jam. Bring me all the goodies. All the basketball, animated BS. I love it, bro. Give me this movie. I'm so excited for it. I'm going to go watch it in the theater. If you're down, I'll be fair. I'll go watch it with you if you
Yeah. Let's do it.
You guys just aren't going to invite me?
No, Sabrina got to come too.
I don't know anything about basketball.
You don't like basketball.
But I like Space Jam and I love LeBron. I love LeBron. That is something. Trainwreck.
Are you sure?
He should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in Trainwreck. It was that good. Yes.
I don't know, man. Well, I guess he is kind of a good actor. You can definitely see that on the court. Yeah, when he's flopping around.
Look,
LeBron, the flopper.
We're never gonna get through this list of goddamn movies.
All right, I'm excited for Space Jam. Shout out to all the talent. They released the soundtrack list. I like a lot of the names on there, even though I haven't heard a single song.
Yeah.
I know Her's on there. Some other homies are on there. Shout out to that. I think your homie's on there too, bro. What's his name? Lil Baby. Lil Baby.
Skip. That's a Skip.
Is on there. I love Lil Baby, bro. He's sick. I love.
You know a single Little Baby.
Roddy
song?
Rich. Roddy Rich is sick.
I love
too.
Roddy Rich.
Roddy Rich is dope. He's dope. He's dope. Yeah. Anyways, guys, Space Jam is coming out. I'm hyped for that. That's another summer movie. The Green Knight is an A24 movie that's been wanting to come out for years. I'm excited for that too. I'll probably watch that in the theater as well.
I was looking forward to
100%.
Shout out to homeboy. What's his name?
Dev Patel.
Dev Patel.
Yeah. For sure. And then in August, we have the Suicide Squad and Candyman. I can't lie. If y'all making me want to pick between those two, I'd pick Candyman. For damn sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see
I've been talking a lot of ass about Suicide Squad for a minute, but I'm just not excited for it at all. I just see it as another cash grab.
Now they have another should have been Oscar nominated actor Pete Davidson in a role. So I'm excited.
Oscar nominated. Yikes.
Okay. Well, his performances last year they were pretty good. Not Oscar nominated. That's fine. But I'm actually excited. I'm excited for both of these 100%. If I had to choose between the two, 100% Candyman. Nia DaCosta, I think, is just absolutely incredible. And I do think this film is definitely what got her that Marvel film, obviously. Yeah. Because she's doing Captain Marvel
That's why I'm interested for sure. Yeah.
Exactly. I know this one is just going to be so dang good. But I'm hesitantly excited for the Suicide Squad because I think James Gunn is so great with ensemble films. So I think it's going to be a lot better than the other one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I too am looking forward to Candyman more, but as somebody who's been trashing on James Gunn, I'm not gonna lie, I see myself getting a little more excited about this the closer and closer it gets, only because I just like the idea of a straight up R-rated war version of Suicide Squad. That's what I thought we were gonna get with the first one. It was a comic
but I feel
book,
we've seen a lot of these movies though, right? We've seen a lot of versions of it. That's why I'm just kind of
I don't know. I mean, it looks like more of like the Inglourious Basterds vein of like a war movie, which I don't think I've seen too much of, and anything.
That's very true. August. No, I already said August. September. We have Shang-Chi. We also have Venom, but no one cares about that. What is Dear Evan Hansen? What is this?
Yo, what is it not? Okay, so really quickly, it is another musical film. So we're getting so many musical films when we talk about In the Heights, West Side Story. No, this isn't the Andrew Garfield one. This is Ben Platt. He originated the character of Evan Hansen on Broadway, and now he's playing a high schooler, and he looks so old. Why didn't they recast? Why did they cast the guy who originated it? Oh my God. The trailer, it looks like something else. I am definitely going to go see this. The story is not what I thought it was at all, and a lot of people shared that sentiment. Like, this musical is so famous and people have been talking about it for a while, but no one knew what it was about. And then the trailer dropped and everybody's like, oh, that's what it is. Caitlin Deaver's in it though. So I love her obviously and everything. Yeah. I'm going to see it. I feel like, I don't know if it's going to be good because I cannot vibe with this story.
Yeah, obviously RB3, what stands out for you, man? I was going to say Shang-Chi maybe, but I don't know, maybe another one.
I mean, I didn't really hear too much about this Dear Evan Hansen movie until now. But
watch the trailer later.
I mean, I want to check this out for sure. Excuse me. Yeah, Shang-Chi gets me really excited. I think on the low, I probably watched that trailer like so many times. I think I probably watched that trailer more than like any Marvel trailer like recently. Mainly because I love martial arts movies. I had to show my grandma this trailer too. Like, I knew she would be into it. And I hope like we can see this one in theaters because I would take my grandma to see like Shang-Chi too. I think this is the one Marvel movie I think she'll actually like. Also like, I just love, I love mythology, and this looks like it's just so rich and full of mythology. Like, looks like we're going to see like big animals and creatures. And I know like it kind of got a little cheesy in like Black Panther, but I don't know. I'm still excited for it. And not even to mention the director of it, homie who did,
yes.
yeah, Short Term 12.
Yeah.
So you know, it's going to be some high quality stuff. So I'm excited for it.
I'm hyped for Shang-Chi. I've said that before. I love the idea of doing a martial arts movie inside the Marvel Cinematic Universe for sure. Venom, I'm not going to watch that movie.
I'm going to watch it, but I mean, it is
I ain't
what
paying
it
money
is.
for that.
Andy Serkis is directing it, and honestly, like, I kind of like the other movie one of the other movies he directed with Andrew Garfield. I think it was called Breathe. It was good. It was okay. So
is that the one where
that's
he's like dying or something, like in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
That's
Yeah, I'm good. Let's move on to the big month inside this entire year, in my opinion, and that is October. Because in October, we finally get Dune, we get No Time to Die, we get Halloween Kills, French Dispatch, and Last Night in Soho, which is the Edgar Wright film, right? Yeah. I believe it is. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Dune is the most anticipated for, I think, a lot of people, including us. I think all three of us have that as like our number one. At least I do. I'm so hyped for Dune. I feel like this is another opportunity to make a property into a good quality film and make it exciting, but also make it kind of like grounded and gritty and kind of like not like Marvel-y and quippy. And I think this movie doesn't look like it's going to have a lot of quips and lines and jokes. It feels like a very tense movie, which I think is kind of cool because those movies aren't as successful anymore, right? Like, remember the Nolan Batman movies, man? Like, those movies were like dark, like gray, like there was no light in those movies at all. Like, I don't think there was a single joke or a single line in there, and it still was so popular because people love the story. And I think that's what Dune is going to be, like maybe a Dark Knight type level. What about you guys?
So I really, really hope so. I read the book once when I was a kid, and then I'm going through it again right now. I hope people actually go out to see this one. I mean, the ensemble looks really great. Of course, we have Timothy, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, so many Oscar Isaac, so many other people, and I feel like that's what's going to be the main Jason Momoa. That's going to be the main draw of this film. I feel like is the Zendayas and the Timothy Chalamets of it all. But hopefully, it's those teens. I mean, this is like a YA novel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
So this could be genuinely exactly what you're saying, kind of like the next big new one. The whole thing, though, is like making that profit. Because I've heard that this definitely has room for the sequel. Like they do enough in this story to be like one film, but they're like, they're going for that sequel. So I hope it makes that money. But I think October is like a crazy stacked month, honestly. So that's one that out of this entire list that we've been going through, that's one of the ones I'm most excited for is this Dune.
Yeah, I want to toss it to RB3, but kind of going off what you said, Sabrina, what I've been saying for so long, Sabrina, and you hit it on the head, but you've heard me say this before, but like Hunger Games. Hunger Games was like a YA novel that was like kind of dark in material, but it was so popular with young people. But when you watch the movies, it's actually kind of good. And it actually has like a lot of interesting themes about the wealth gap and kind of the future and where we're going and wars and politics and all this kind of stuff that's kind of cool for, a younger generation to learn about. And it wasn't exactly like the most, light and poppy and super energetic movie. It was kind of a dark, depressing film with a lot of Katniss crying and feeling depressed, which I felt like was kind of refreshing considering it made a lot of money for Lionsgate for sure. So I kind of hope that that's what Dune is. I hope Dune it becomes a popular movie that isn't necessarily, the most stereotypical Marvel movie.
Well,
what about you, RB3?
I mean, I think when it comes to Hunger Games, it was a little bit of a different
because the books were so popular, right?
Yeah, they were popular like in that moment. I think in
that moment. That's a good point.
I think
same thing with Twilight.
Yeah, but I still feel like trailers can kill it though, man. Because a lot of people didn't read the books, but those trailers for Hunger Games really brought people on board. At least that's what I felt.
But the trailer for this one dropped so long ago.
That's true. They got to drop more, bro.
Yeah. I think the trailer for this dropped a long time ago. I also don't know how accessible that trailer is to people outside of like the film community. Like I think like for people like us, like people who know Denis Villeneuve and people who know Dune, like we look at that trailer and we think it's amazing. I show it to somebody, I show it to a friend or like my mom, and they like have no idea what the hype is about. They don't care about that movie at all. Yeah. I think Hunger Games and Twilight are a little bit more accessible because it's vampires, because it's, violence and action. Like on a human level, but I know, but like when you see Dune and you see a giant worm coming out of the sand, and you see like these people in weird suits, and when they are fighting each other, like weird graphics are coming out, like it's a little different. It's just a little different. So I don't know. Part of me wants to say like it will make money. Like part of me wants to have faith that it will make money, but I do unfortunately think this won't do. I do think this will flop.
It's going to be tough.
I'm on the same exact page as you, where of course I'm hoping for this. I want to see more. And I have high hopes that this is going to be like an excellent film. But then again, that box office, I think, is going to be the hardest thing. Even look at like Chaos Walking. They've had so many YA films that they've tried to tap into the same way, we had with the Hunger Games and whatever. Like we had with like the first Divergent kind of was like, okay. And then it just went downhill from there. I don't even think this one is unfortunately like going to be able to get the audience to make up that budget and then warrant a sequel. Unfortunately, it's just like, it doesn't Chaos Walking was something else. And they had Tom Holland, RB3's favorite person alive, Tom Holland, and Daisy Ridley. Yeah. And your favorite person, actually, Daisy Ridley. And there was something there that could have been good, but just it was a horrible skewed release, and they definitely mismanaged everything. I guess it just the months leading up to this film, basically now until the release, how they handle this marketing is going to be so crucial to the box office.
I think demo is gonna be what kind of does it for them. I think if they nail, like, there's some marketing teams that just like nail it, bro. But if they can nail down, like, what is your pitch to like teenagers? Like, how do you pitch this to kids? And I feel like I can maybe do it, but again, this is like, how does a marketing team do it? I don't know. But if I was like a guy pitching it to teenagers, I would try my best. I'd be like, yo, swords, sandals, but in the future.
Mine
and
would
with
literally
giant worms, fam.
Nah. It's just lit. Like the hero journey, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet. Kids, go out and see
Lil
it.
Baby.
Like, that's it. Lil Baby's on the soundtrack.
Yo, this is it, bro. 21 Savage is it.
If Lil Baby's on the soundtrack, I am out of the theater.
What's that guy's name? Young Thug. Young Thug's in it, bro.
If Young Thug's in it, that's different. I would love to see Young Thug. Young Thug for sure.
Young Thug's voice is
Iggy
sick,
Azalea.
Bro.
It's like when I was watching It's like when I was watching Furious 7 and Iggy Azalea popped up, and I'm like, that aged this movie, because Iggy Azalea was famous for like 6 months.
Azalea.
So that means
Christ.
that came out in the 6 months that Iggy Azalea was famous.
Where's homie at? What's his name? Nick Young?
Nick Young's got a picture. We got to check on Playboy Cardi, man. Playboy Cardi is really the corporate we gotta be looking out for. He abandoned his kid on Christmas, man.
Oh, yo, what's good with bro, Tristan Thompson, bro? Tristan Thompson.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. Oh, what's good with Nick Cannon? I mean, we definitely gotta talk about Nick Cannon. This is disgusting, y'all.
Where Tristan at, though?
I don't know where Tristan at, man. Is he cheating or what's going on with him?
Homie, the only 7-foot guy in the club, bro. We know you cheating.
Oh yeah. That's
you see
the
that
ball
tweet?
players got to stop doing that. The ball players got to stop like acting like nobody can recognize them, because y'all are easily like
y'all are 7 foot tall, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
y'all are towering over people. Y'all are like getting all the looks, and y'all are not going to get slick and trying to shove your tongue down some young lady's throat and not expect nobody to notice.
Yeah, I'm excited for Dune.
Nick Cannon is having his 4th baby of the year.
This is bad. This is bad.
Have you not heard about that, Anders? I know we have.
I haven't, but I mean, hey, man.
This is like his 8th kid overall, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like his 7th or 8th kid.
Yeah, come on, Nick. His
last one, there was twins like 4 months ago, and now he's, I
mean,
Nick's been a shooter though. Nick's been he's always been a good looking guy.
He's a shooter. He's a track star.
He's been shooting in the wrong places. It looks like.
He's a shooter. He's a track star.
Yeah, he gotta chill out, man. He gotta chill out. This is not a good look. I mean, if he wants to keep populating the earth, I mean, Eddie Murphy has like 11 kids, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I consider it repopulation.
I'm gonna keep it.
Future.
Anyway,
Future's a bad example. Don't be a Future. I hope Nick Cannon's in all these kids' lives at the very least. Please be in.
You have a little Future too, bro. Little Future out there with Russell Wilson. For real.
I mean, and Russell Wilson hopefully is raising them and not Future, because
I think he is.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Anyways, guys, speaking of a good man, we have Mr. Jimmy Bond himself coming out with No Time to Die. This is another movie, bro. Like, there's going to be something in this movie that's going to be so dated, because this movie was supposed to come out like 3 years ago. Like, my God.
This is the first movie that was moved for the pandemic. I remember.
It was the first movie. It got moved quite a lot, though. I've been hyped for this movie forever. I love James Bond. I love all the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. I think all of them have something good. Obviously, Casino Royale to me is the GOAT. But I'm still pumped, bro. You got what's her name? Lashana Lynch. I think she's sick.
Yeah.
I think she's like, I saw her in Captain Marvel and I was like, yo, I love this girl. I think she's amazing. You have Ana de Armas in it as well. I'm excited for this movie, man. Carrie Fukunaga, bro. Let's do it. And what's her name? Phoebe Waller-Bridger.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, isn't it?
She's writing it. She wrote it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Now Sabrina's intrigued.
Suddenly, I'm interested. Okay, I'll go see this.
She wrote this movie, fam. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotta support my favorite.
Written by her and directed by Carrie Fukunaga. What a mix, bro. This movie's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm hyped for it. I can't wait. I hope it comes out because something's going to happen.
Yeah,
something's going to happen, bro. It's going to be pushed back another year, I swear.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig's been trying to retire from this for a minute, and he's going to be doing a press tour. That's gonna go for like 2 months long.
I guarantee you, he's probably not even going to do the press tour. Like, nobody's going to be able to get an interview.
I
with
kind
him
of agree. I think
too
he's
long.
so done. He's so over it.
It's just like, come on, your last time is Bond, and this thing has drawn out for so many years. It's like, I'd be over it too.
Let's move on to November, guys.
I mean, I'm not looking forward to No Time to Die, but I guess I kind of am. I mean, I'm looking forward to it on the level that I like Cary Fukunaga, but I don't look forward to it. The song, when you put out a song that's trash, a Bond song that's trash.
Yo, that song is not trash.
It's a good indicator if it's trash.
That is not trash.
Wait, is this the Billy song?
Yeah, that's not a trash song.
You think this song is trash? I don't even like I don't listen to Billy that much, but like, it's a good song.
But it's
not a good Bond song. Like,
yeah, it is.
I think you have to. I don't know. No, it's not. I actually got.
Did you like
what do you want, Iggy Azalea?
Did you like the Adele song?
Was perfect. The Adele song is perfect. There are perfect Bond songs, and this is not one. Like, there's no energy, there's no soul, there's no like, there's nothing to her voice. And they gave her the freaking Grammy for it, and like, the movie didn't even come out. Like, I don't know. No. This is that to me. I don't know. I think it's actually a good song, probably on its own. I just don't think it's the most amazing Bond song. I don't think it's the most amazing Bond song.
November
for me
has. Moving on to November. November has the anticipated MCU film that the trailer came out just a little bit ago, and that is The Eternals. I saw the trailer and I let out a big because I didn't know what was going on, but I'm still hyped for this movie because of the cast, because of Chloe Zhao. I'm hyped for it for sure. But even more important, in November, we got House of Gucci coming out. This is the one that I'm more anticipated for than Eternals. If I'm being honest. Yes. 100. Hundo.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, y'all for real, bro?
You're skipping over. Yeah, you're sleeping on the Eternals, bro. I don't know why you're skipping over Eternals.
Y'all got my boy. Y'all got my boy, and y'all out here questioning me, man.
And Lady Gaga.
Yo,
I mean, it's like,
I love Lady Gaga. Could literally do anything. She's one of those people that I will support her 24/7. That picture of her and Adam Driver, the second it dropped, somebody posted it. It was like, thought this was Sabrina and Brandon Hannah. I was like, that's good. Like, that's ridiculous. But really
written by Sabrina's burner account.
Literally, no,
Sabrina's burner wrote that tweet, fam.
I woke up to that. I didn't even start any of that fire.
Sabrina's
but the French Dispatch and Last Night in Soho are coming out the same weekend. That's going to be a double feature for me. 100%. Obviously, love Wes Anderson.
If you had to pick one, which one?
Last Night in Soho would probably be the one I would pick. Because I think that's
too.
my number one, honestly, out of like everything we've covered. I think Last Night in Soho is like my number one of the remainder of the year. Yeah.
Really? You don't even know anything 100%. About it?
I mean, I was getting those Suspiria vibes. We got Thomas and Mackenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy, Edgar Wright. Like, these are all pieces that kind of equal to something really incredible for me that I think I'm going to be invested in. And I don't even know the story yet, but like, obviously I love like that grittiness, that dirtiness, that like vintage London. Oh yeah. That's right up my alley.
Yo, count me in for House of Gucci.
Y'all tripping.
It's got my boy in it.
Y'all tripping. I looked this movie.
You know who my boy is, bro? You know who my boy is?
Who? Adam Driver?
You know who I'm talking
Ridley
about?
Scott?
I ain't talking about no Adam Driver. I'm talking about Ridley Scott, bro. I'm talking about Mr. Blade Runner himself.
I knew it.
Mr. Alien franchise himself.
We're talking about Mr.
Prometheus.
Yeah, what was that piece of trash that he did in like 2012? With the
Counselor.
The Counselor. This literally looks like the Counselor.
Counselor 2.0.
Are y'all kidding me? This literally looks like the Counselor.
Don't do my boy.
This literally
like that,
looks
bro.
like the Counselor.
Homie is 89 years old and he's still out here killing it.
This looks like the Counselor Part 2. I don't know how y'all are telling me this
bro.
is. Nah.
Ridley Scott, my boy.
Listen, Ridley Scott, it could be hit or miss with him. He could do something really, really great. American Gangster.
It's hit or hit, bro.
It could be really, really hit, or it could be really, really miss. That being said, though,
you don't miss, bro.
Last Night in Soho,
he's dead shot.
I mean, he's good. He's Blade Runner's one of my favorites, but he's very hit or miss.
Yeah,
I will say though, like I get really, really excited for Last Night in Soho based on that trailer. It does look something very original, very different, but also like horror is so much about like rhythm and timing, and I think Edgar Wright is like the definitive master of that. I think whatever he does is just gonna like absolutely blow me away on that
Also,
level.
shout out to that writer, because that's the writer that's doing the next Star Wars movie, right? Homegirl who did 1917, I believe.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, remember that girl? She did 1917. She was nominated for it.
Okay.
It was she's like a redhead girl. I forget her name. I apologize because I do a Star Wars show and I brought her up a few times because she's writing the next Star Wars movie, but her last credit was Last Night in Soho. Because I remember a lot of people were like, "Where is she from?" And I was like, "Oh, she's doing the new Edgar Wright movie," and that's her. So she's doing the next Star Wars movie, which is kind of interesting for sure. So shout out to her.
Yeah, she's doing that one with Taika, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I don't want to leapfrog too far over Eternals though, because I have a bold prediction. Eternals will be the second Marvel movie to be nominated for Best Picture. Will be the second Marvel movie nominated for Best Picture.
Wow.
I believe it.
Yep.
Really?
Deep down, and I'm fully.
I'm gonna say it's Black Widow. No, I'm playing.
No, it won't be Black Widow.
It won't be.
But I do think Eternals, just the way the cast is looking, like Camille Nanjiani, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, like Brian Tyler Henry. You couldn't ask for a more A-list cast. Chloe Zhao, obviously, just coming up fresh off of an Oscar win. And I just think this is like such a unique premise where it doesn't even have to necessarily be connected to like the Avengers universe or the superhero world per se. This could be a story that's solely about like humanity and, like, I guess like internal, but also external issues that, no pun intended. So I think there's like I think this will be the second Marvel movie I predict to be nominated for Best Picture after Black Panther. That's my prediction.
Could be. Oh.
Kylie donated $10.
Hey.
The only movie in November that matters is Top Gun Maverick, but Top Gun Maverick has me so scared. Top Gun is maybe one greatest movies of all time in my opinion. Let's hope this sequel doesn't ruin the original movie but does it justice.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope so, man. I mean, you got Tom Cruise out here doing his thing. I did not grow up with Top Gun, if I'm being honest, so I'm out that loop. I don't know much about it.
I've actually never even seen it.
I'll probably still watch it. I'll watch it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I enjoy Top Gun a lot. It's a really good movie. Shout out to Tony Scott. Directed that. Really Scott's brother. R.I.P. But it's really a great action movie. I think Tom Cruise, he's really good at like delivering these days, especially with the stunts and the big action. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't think there'll be any reason I'd be scared for it.
Yo, shout out to Kylie for sending that in for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're $40 away from the karaoke video. We probably won't hit it tonight.
I doubt it, bro. I'm trying to get through these so bad. Finally, guys, we hit December. I apologize for my dog barking in the back, but December is here. And December, we have West Side Story, Spider-Man No Way Home, and the one I'm more anticipated for solely because of my investment in this franchise. And RB3 and we did a meeting of episode about it, and I just ranted for like 2 hours. Shout out to the Wachowskis returning to do The Matrix 4. I'm glad they brought him back. If you know anything about the Matrix world, there's a lot there. So I'm kind of hoping there's a lot they can do. There's been rumors about it. It's a homie from Aquaman and from Watchmen.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Yes, thank you so much. I was going to butcher his name, but you saved me. I'm excited because it might be about the first one, which I think would be kind of cool. That's kind of like the big rumor going around. Is it about the first one? And if you know anything about the first one, it's a cool story. And I think that's what it might be about. And it's about kind of like breaking through the Matrix. And how do you break through the Matrix if there's no one there to give you the pill? And I think that's kind of a cool concept as far as like what the first movie was about when it comes to Morpheus being that mentor and that leader and breaking Neo out of his shell and out of who he was. And how do you do that now that maybe it's going to be Neo and Trinity being the mentors to Yahya Abdul-Mateen? I'm excited. I think it's cool that they brought the Wachowskis back. It's going to be a big budget movie. I want to see it in theaters. I hope to God HBO drops that in theaters too. So
They are, right?
Oh, they are? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What stands out for you guys in December?
Probably Matrix 4 for me too. That'd probably be the one for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to John Lee, who says Jessica Henwick's in it too. Jessica Henwick's in it too, man. Shout out to my girl, Jess Pava. She's also in Game of Thrones. That's my girl. Yeah, I'm excited for Matrix, man. How about you, Sabrina? What's your...
Out of all three of these, Spider-Man No Way Home is probably my most.
You're out here hating on Far From Home, though.
I know. I make fun of you because you're like, oh yeah, I hate that Marvel jokes, and I'm like, wait, you love Far From Home? That's literally all.
As like a kid's
I'm not against Marvel jokes at all. I really, really enjoyed the ensemble that they have for Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland, Zendaya, all of the people, Tony Revolori, they all get their moments to shine, and they work so well. And I do love it as that like quirky John Hughesy superhero film. Yeah. Like I love it for what it is.
Me too.
So I am actually really, really looking for. I like Far From Home. I always just give you crap about it because it's just funny to me. But yeah, so that's probably my number one out of these three. I like The Matrix, but they definitely like. I don't know. It was way before my time. And then my parents never watched it. So like I watched it for the first time when I was a little young, and it just like I wasn't super impressed by it at the time. So I'm probably gonna have to give it a rewatch before December.
Sure. Yeah, you should, because I obviously my thoughts RB3, and I'm sure you know my thoughts too. I think it's one of the best movies of all time. I really do feel that way. The Matrix is one of the greatest movies of all time. I stand by that. It's in my Letterboxd top 4 movies. I stand by that hard because I really do feel like it's that groundbreaking. Yeah. And I grew up with it, so it's definitely different, and I understand completely if you didn't, because 1999 was that year. It was lit, bro. I was at my prime, fam. 8 years old, out here watching Phantom Menace 10 times in theaters and The Matrix when I'm not supposed to. It was awesome. I loved it.
Are any of you guys looking forward to West Side Story?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. This is terrible.
Right?
Spielberg.
Why are we kind of not with it? Why are we all? I feel like that's a collective feeling right now.
I think this is for one, remaking the movie this old. There's no point. Like, this is already like a solidified classic. This is probably something Spielberg literally saw as a kid. Like, there's no reason for it to be like reimagined like in today's generation by him, right? To see it also be reimagined in a way that's not really that new, not really that fresh, not really that original. It looks like the same kind of artificial junk we've been kind of seeing from no offense, Spielberg, we've been seeing from him lately a little bit.
What's his last film, man?
I mean, I don't know. Last thing I remember seeing was Ready Player One, but I dug
Ready Player
One.
That is
yeah.
I mean, which I like Ready Player One. I like Ready Player One, but
trash.
It's the same thing. I mean,
I have the hottest. Everyone came out of that movie being like, "Yo, that's the best movie ever." I'm like, bro, that movie was trash.
Did people like it?
Trash. People loved it. Watch the chat explode right now.
I also didn't like Tintin either. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't love a lot of like Spielberg's films. Yeah.
Jurassic Park is
good.
No.
It's very
yes.
good.
No.
It is
it's
good.
great.
It is good, Sabrina. Thank you.
It's great.
Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you. I'm glad somebody else said it.
No.
I'm glad I'm not crazy for being the only person who thinks Jurassic Park is just good.
When we did that Spielberg thing at Collider, remember that, bro?
Yeah, and they cut me out of the episode entirely. Yeah, I remember that. Of course I remember that. Of course.
I told him to cut you out. I was like, cut that man
somebody
out.
told him to.
Why?
Somebody said Jurassic Park is not a top 3 movie of all time.
I actually like Jurassic Park 3 better than the first Jurassic Park. I know. I know.
That's a spicy.
That's a little too
take.
high.
I know.
Yeah,
I live with somebody who is the biggest Jurassic Park fan.
Ones. I'm playing.
Brandon is literally the biggest fan of Jurassic Park I have ever met in my entire life. We got tickets for F9 in IMAX because they're showing like a tiny preview of Dominion, like so small. And he made sure that we were going to the right theater to see this freaking preview of Dominion.
Yeah, I think
I don't like any of the movies.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
I do feel like Spielberg is definitely like, he's still the GOAT, like as far as like movies and all that. But I feel like Jurassic Park is like up here, and then everything else is like.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that either, Ace. I don't know about that. And I would say the first like 3 decades of Spielberg's career is amazing. And you can't say that for any other director. You can't say a director has 3 decades of amazing work. It's
Ridley
just
Scott.
Well,
out here bodying movies, bro. He don't
I also
miss.
didn't like The Post. What Spielberg did with like The Post, like Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep. I thought it's fine.
Like The Post, dude.
Bridge of Spies, like BFG. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much crap about Spielberg.
I was gonna say, I think this is the good place to end the episode.
Well, no, I will just say, like, if they were gonna make a West Side Story, they should have got a young voice to make it. They should have got Lin-Manuel Miranda. They should have got, or they maybe should have got like a Spike Lee, or just something different, something to ask,
or like a young up and coming Latino director,
or exactly, or
get the guy from Blind Spotting.
Yeah, or something, or just something that would have been different. It doesn't need to also be Ansel Elgort too. It didn't need to be the same white versus Puerto Rican dynamic. I know that's something that they were trying to illustrate, like with the Robin Hood, with the Romeo and Juliet thing. But that you could have made that into a different racial dynamic, and it could have been something. I
think it's going to be real. So. I have a hot feeling, a hot take that it's going to be kind of sus. In my opinion, especially with Ansel in there being the white boy, white boy savior.
You know what is sad though? Rachel Ziegler is making her debut. She's also going to be in the next Shazam film and stuff like that. So she has things lined up, but she's the lead in this one, and she is so mega talented. And I don't know. I just hope that people still like recognize her for her talents, even if like the film doesn't live up to expectations. She's like a new like up and comer. She's done a lot of like stage stuff. She's literally was in high school and Spielberg like handpicked her. She has like a video of her singing "Shallow" on Twitter that's like insane. Oh, really? And she's gonna be in the next Shazam.
There you go, man. That's what you got to do.
I'm a fan of hers.
Sing it on YouTube. That's how Ariana Grande got started. No, I'm playing. She did do that, but she was
on Broadway already.
I was gonna say my bad. Anyways, guys,
Victorious too.
Justin Bieber.
I know too. That's my bad. Shout out to all the new talent coming up. I don't know how they're gonna do. John Lee says, I don't know how they're gonna market this with Ansel Elgort as the lead. Yikes, fam. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Notaro.
Yeah.
Just replace some CGI him out.
Just replace, yeah.
That'd be hysterical. Yeah. Shout out to Zack Snyder for doing that.
Or who's the homie who just passed? R.I.P.
Christopher Plummer.
Yeah. Dude,
put Ridley Scott in there.
Yeah. I'm here for that too.
Because he don't miss, fam.
Okay, all right. I don't know about that.
Ridley Scott definitely misses.
Shout out to Lil Baby. Shout out to
Why you shouting out Lil Baby? Wait, what's going on here, man?
Just to mess with you, bro.
Things are getting crazy, man.
Let's end the episode, man. It's too much, man. Yo, play that Lil Baby song. Either way, guys, that was our episode of the day. RB3, where can everyone find you on the Twitter sphere?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, not listening to Lil Baby, at Director RB3.
Sabrina.
You can find me not listening to Iggy Azalea, at Sabrina X Monica, also on Twitter, at Sabrina on Film. That is it.
Yeah, shout out to all the Aussies out there. No offense to y'all. I feel like we talked a lot of crap about y'all. Ben Simmons, Iggy Azalea.
Oi.
Aussie. Sorry, y'all.
Shrimp on the Bobby.
Yeah. Either way, guys, that has been our episode for today. You can find me on Twitter at Squad Leader Ace. We will be back with a cool episode of The Meaning Of as well, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Either way, guys, for the First Cut crew, we're peacing out. Peace.
It's Brittany, babe.